Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is another episode of All Things Sports. I'm your host, Kalani Lua. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Let's get into it. Well, as we've all heard, the Oakland Raiders, my Oakland Raiders, as you can see, have traded former first-round pick Amari Cooper to the Dallas Cowboys. Woo! Yeah, so now he's going to be wearing the star on the helmet, get to play for America's team. Has been that way for quite some time, but I digress. But Amari Cooper, the former Alabama Crimson Tide product who Raider Nation thought was going to be our next great wide receiver to go along with the likes of Tim Brown, Jerry Rice. Hey, we were going to have something very special here in the silver and black. Unfortunately for Amari Cooper, he's never found the level of consistency that we were hoping for. Now, he is still young. He's only 24 years old, but he has had more downs than ups during his career. Ironically, his first 2 years in the league, he had over 1,000 yards receiving and made the Pro Bowl. Bright signs for a future star. Hey, we really nailed one there. But something went wrong. Something went downhill. Things weren't clicking for Amari Cooper. Now, even during his 2 Pro Bowl seasons, he did get those accolades, but he also was known to drop quite a few passes, especially some that many deemed were very catchable when he was open. Whether that was because he was just too young and very anxious to turn up the field and make a play, not concentrating fully enough, poor technique in catching the ball, combination of all, who knows for real. But his time in Oakland has come to an end, and look, honestly, this has been well received by a lot of people on social media and within Raider Nation. The fact that Jon Gruden and the Oakland Raiders got a first-round pick from the Cowboys on this one. First-round pick really did seem like a far-fetched idea. Wasn't going to be something reasonable. No team was going to do that. But the Cowboys were willing to do so, and they said, hey, we'll take the chance on it. I mean, they need wide receiver help. You know what I mean? But most people thought last week and the week before, when rumors really started picking up, that the Raiders were looking to shop Amari Cooper, first-round pick. No. And here's why, a big reason why Amari Cooper wasn't deemed worthy of a first-round pick. If you look at his stats, in 52 games, he's had 13 games where he went for over 100 yards receiving. Pretty good. But he's had 19 games where he went less for 30 yards. That's not good at all. And in his last 28 games, he's averaged 47 yards per game. He's had less than 30 yards in 14 of those games. Half the games he's had, in the last 28 games, half of those games, he's gone for less than 30 yards. Not good at all. And then in 6 games he's had this year, 22 catches, 280 yards with 1 touchdown. But you also got to look at the fact that 10 of those catches and 116 of those yards came in 1 game. So, you know, Amari, we loved you in Oakland, man, and we really liked what we had. It was a cool nickname, AC/DC, you and Derek Carr. It seemed like it was going to be a nice connection, a nice duo to see in the black hole for years to come. Whether it's a black hole or the Vegas hole, or wait, the Vegas hole, right? No, I mean, it's in the city, but you know what I'm trying to say. You get what I mean here. But you look at the fact that, okay, we got a young quarterback and a young wide receiver. This is going to be fun going forward. Just couldn't get going. And with Jon Gruden, we know he loves his veterans, but we also know he loves to get his players. And no disrespect to Reggie McKenzie, but outside of Khalil Mack, you can make an argument that majority of his draft picks have all not panned out. I mean, if you just take a look at guys like Mario Edwards, DJ Hayden, etc., guys are not panning out really much. Whether they're still on the Raiders or even when they've been released and gone to other teams, they didn't find really any consistent level of success. So there is something to that yes, these players, especially Amari Cooper, did flash signs of brilliance, did show that one day they could be a future superstar. Things are just not materializing. And Gruden, now with 3 first-round picks in the 2019 draft, it's actually pretty exciting in Raider Nation. It's pretty exciting to look towards the future. That many picks, you got to think at least 1, maybe 2, depending where we land, of those picks, the Raiders might try to use to trade down to get more picks from another team. You want to get as many as you can. That's very possible. But considering the Raiders are 1-5 right now, and with this trade, probably going to acquire more losses than wins as the rest of the season goes on. you got to imagine that they're going to finish pretty high in the NFL draft, probably a top 5 pick. And if that's the case, that could put them good in line for not only a top game-changing player, but considering where the picks from the Cowboys and the Bears land, they could still be somewhere in the mid-teens, somewhere maybe between 12 and 18 for one, if not both of those, and maybe even something in the 20s. Again, we have to see, but Amari Cooper, thank you for what you did in silver and black. Best of luck to you down there in Dallas. Don't play too good against my Raiders, but it is what it is, and that's the name of the game. Now, is it ironic that they traded him, Amari Cooper, who has the same agent as Khalil Mack? Reggie McKenzie said that had nothing to do with it, although this past weekend, rumors did circulate that Amari Cooper, coming up at the end of his rookie contract, did want big wide receiver money. After the numbers I just read you, did he really think he was going to get that? Maybe that NFL drug test policy needs to be in effect for Amari Cooper, because, man, cuckoo. Anyways, man, thank you guys for tuning in to All Things Sports. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave any comment, questions that you may have, and look forward to talking to you guys next time. Until then, peace.